All right. All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? We got a new attraction tonight. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight's show. Solving problems. Key to solving problems. That's tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Friday. And we're going to get into it tonight. Yeah, we're going to really get into it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're going to get into it tonight. We're going to solve some of these problems, and we're going to talk about some of these problems tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're going to get into solving some of these problems tonight. Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new attraction that is coming to the show. Good afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome everybody to the Stephen Cartwright Show. Here, we're going to get off into these problems. We're going to solve some of the problems that plague the Black community and all communities. Yes. We're going to get into it on this night. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yes. Good evening, ladies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, just getting set for this nice show we fixing to have tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight show is going to be key to solving problems. Key to solving problems, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we want to do. We want to solve some of these problems. We don't want to just talk about the problems. We want to start coming up with solutions. We want to identify, discuss, solve. See where the problems are coming from. See where the problems are coming from. We definitely wants to know where the problems are coming from. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to get off into this. Yes. Let's get ready to get off into this, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a nice show tonight. Yes. Yes. Here we go. All right. Key to solving problems. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get off into it. I know that can mean a lot of things when we say key to solving problems. Ladies and gentlemen, first thing I want to say is that I hear a lot from lots of people. I hear politicians say it. I hear people out in the real world, the real world say it, corporate America. We hear it a lot from everywhere. But first of all, before I get started, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce the first attraction, one of the upgrades that is coming to the station. And this is going to be the Stephen Cartwright Show's show helicopter. And this this helicopter here is going to be the helicopter that takes us into a new era, into a new place. So I haven't given it a name yet, but we will give it a name, and it's going to be part of the attraction, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a part of the show, and there's much, much more upgrades that and talents that I have that I'm going to bring to the show to enlighten my listeners and followers. And I want to say again, I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, listeners, viewers. We want you to hit that like button, subscribe button. I have a goal that I'm trying to achieve. I would love to achieve my first 1,000 subscribers by March before my birthday. My birthday is March 28th. And I would love to be able to achieve my goal with my first 1,000 subscribers. And as I go, I upgrade the show. But everybody that is coming in right now, I want to say to everyone that because I've reached my first milestone on viewers. And to everybody that stopped by and view, when you see my live streams in my videos, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate y'all stopping by, but I said to myself that I wasn't going to hide anything from the viewers. You're looking at a person, you're looking at a show from the ground up. This is from the ground up. This is showing how a person works, and if they want to stay in it, and they want to stay in it, they want to work at it, they want to work hard at it, make their mistakes, move on past it, get better, get more professional at it. This is what I'm saying. I said that I wasn't going to hide that from my viewers, and I wasn't going to hide that from anybody. This is something that I truly have a passion for. So I ask everybody, I ask my viewers, and I appreciate the people that already subscribe to the channel. And the content is going to get more and more better, more and more intense. And I won't let you down, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Come on over. Join the show. Send in your comments. I will answer you back. As many as I can. Once it gets so high, it takes time after that. And like I said, I do have a program that I am going to put together, and it's going to be where my subscribers is going to be able to make their own stitches and their own stitching and be able to say what they want to say about the community. And we are more than willing to expand our horizons as we move through. But right now, let's get off into it, ladies and gentlemen. Key to solving problems in our communities. And we have a lot of problems in our communities. We have a lot of problems in our country. We have a lot of problems in our households. And I have to speak with the African American community because this is the community that I live in, that I love, and the country that I love, and we're here to solve problems, and we're here to point out where they're coming from, and also we're going to show where we can begin to start heal from these problems. You can talk about problems all day long, but if you are not willing to put the stitch on it and talk about how to solve problems, also, you have to be able to do that also. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We have so many problems in the African American community. My last show talked about dumbing down children. And I made a video that stitched in behind that. That is a problem that we truly have in the communities, in the school systems, and throughout with even our elected officials. We have that problem even throughout our homes, because I'm gonna start this show here. We advocate for men first and foremost. We advocate for men. It's just is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's what we do. We advocate for men, and We are very, very pro-family. We are pro-traditional family. Uh, we have, as adults, people say, hey, you know what? We're going to use the United States of America. They say we live in the best country in the world. No place like it. But we have so many problems. So I know a lot of people say, well, you know what? They got that everywhere. No, not all the way like they do have here. Not everywhere like we have here. But we are breaking down in the most significant area that can destroy the country, and that's the nuclear family. Our children has been taught to accept what is the abnormal. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about these problems. Let me put something on your mind, ladies and gentlemen. When you talk about problems, the first thing that you have to do in order to solve problems is identify it. You have to identify the problem first. And we have many, excuse me, to identify. So let's do some identification and we're going to talk about them. Let's start with number one. Identifying problem itself. Identifying the problem itself. Such as, let's see, accepting single parent households as the norm. Single parent households as the norm, ladies and gentlemen. It is, has been pushed up on our families to accept single parent households as the norm, and also doing away with the nuclear family. That is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. And let's push it over to two-parent households. Men, let's speak with men. Men have been coddled down by women. When you say men get on to their children, we have the modern woman that loves to step in and tell the men that they're too harsh, to not allow the children to learn or teach the children to not accept punishment as a teaching tool so that our children can grow up and become better citizens. That is something that is going on inside of two-parent households. That's the reason why the government, people like Joe Biden, did not want men in the household. Barack Obama. We don't let these people have it. See, these are problems, ladies and gentlemen, that we have, especially in the African American community. In the African American community, another problem that we have is we have a problem with supporting, and we have a jealousy problem. Let's talk about the problems. What we have in our community of our fellow man. We have a lot of problems, but we are here to start talking about these problems. We have leadership problems in our communities. Oh, some of us will walk through and we just, we just accept anything. We'll look at it and just say, oh, it's the norm. Don't you know that's what the government wants you to do? Don't you know that is how you could keep a community down? Okay, let's back up for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. When we start talking about problems, we have a problem in our household because we have so many single parent households, to where when we send our children to school, man, they can teach our kids anything that they want to because there is no one to monitor what they are teaching our children. That is why the nuclear family is so important. The nuclear family is very, very important, but you have the powers that be don't want that, because strong families equals strong communities equals prosperous communities equals prosperous children equals a bright future. This is another subject and podcast that I am very, very heartfelt about, ladies and gentlemen. We need to identify these problems. And us as and black men need to come through and take the lead on a lot of these problems. We need to come through and take the lead on a lot of these problems. And a lot of us in our communities, especially with a lot of our ladies, it is time that we stop accepting the abnormal. Let me tell you something. When they start, what happened, ladies and gentlemen, when people start accepting the abnormal, when we start accepting the abnormal, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. What happened when we start accepting the abnormal? Let me tell you what happened. When it first got started, ladies and gentlemen, when we start accepting the abnormal, when we start accepting the abnormal, ladies and gentlemen, all of a sudden here came the drug epidemic. Swept through the African American community. like a sickness. We start accepting single parent households. We start accepting being gay was normal. And we're going to get into the problems in a minute that a lot of this stuff caused that ravaged our communities. In the 70s, this is what you call identifying problems and solving them. Keys to solving the problems. The breakup of the nuclear family allowed people, this was a problem, took the fathers up out the homes. Our children's grades started to drop as the drugs ravaged the African American community. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take this here and we're going to take it all the way up to date. Started ravaging the African American community. Had got to the point where it already let rise to the level to where the saying strong, independent woman don't need no man, that was a problem. Because when you don't have no men, you have no protection. We could not protect our homes because everyone made it to where it was wrong to have the man in the home. Listen, follow me, ladies and gentlemen. The drugs poured in. We could not teach our own children that this was bad for you because we were not in the home. All at the same time, here comes the gay community preaching tolerance with a different type of agenda. But there's also things that was there that was going on also. It is not to look down on a people or a person or anyone. This is just exactly what was going on. And this is where you know where your problems are coming from. Throughout the end of the 70s, 80s, 90s, even the early 2000s, people were ravaged with disease. And let me tell you something about disease. Don't you know a disease can wipe out an entire planet if it gets bad enough? That is the reason why I sit there and I tell y'all, accepting that abnormal was wrong. So much disease, so much epidemic, and it ravaged the black community. And the fathers was not in the communities, and the fathers was not in the homes to be able to tell the children and the lead and guide to say that this was wrong, and be able to stand in the community to say that this is wrong. This is what you call identifying problems. This is what you call identifying problems. And key to solving the problems. You got to be able to identify the problem, ladies and gentlemen, in order to be able to solve the problem, to make the problem never come back there, never again. Because the Lord knows we need our families. We need that. We need our families. And to solve the problems is to reject, ladies and gentlemen, the abnormal. To raise the next generation of sons to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, no, being gay, no. That's one. And saying to our women, we must discipline our children. We must teach our children right from wrong. We must regulate the information that they take in. We have to regulate this stuff. We have to regulate these type of situations, ladies and gentlemen. We truly do. We cannot always sit back and we cannot always think that these people want to do right by our children or even by us. Our children is the greatest asset, and it's what they went to in order to destroy what it means to be a man, what it means to be family, community, what it means to learn what leadership really and truly is. It really did. This is how you solve problems, by identifying it. By identifying it. That's why I named this Keys to Solving Problems. Keys to solving problems. We have to be able to love our communities enough and our children enough to be able to say, no, we're going to regulate as men the knowledge that our children consume, that we consume, in a way to identify and to bring our communities back together. To bring our communities back together again, we must play a more active role. We must play a more active role in what our children consume. And us, as leaders of our communities, we cannot allow anybody to just come in and do whatever. And we need the nuclear family. There's nothing wrong with spending your life with a person that you care about, but it's not always easy. But it most certainly can be a lot of fun. We have to change our mindsets about specific things. We have to change our mindset. Now, I can understand, ladies and gentlemen, when men say that they don't want to be stepfathers. Now, I can get it. I understand it. And I don't knock them for it. And I ask ladies, don't knock them for it. Because let me tell you about another problem that we have. People don't want to be held accountable. Let me tell you how they don't want to be held accountable. And I'm talking about you ladies. We're talking about you ladies. Let me tell you how you don't want to be held accountable. Right now, there are 32 known forms of birth control. The U.S. Supreme Court, I believe I've said this before, struck down the treacherous Roe versus Wade. That left you with, and he sent it back to the states. Through the federal government, that left you 31 forms that you still have access to, and you're still whining because you lost one of 32. And it left you with 31. See, we can't keep rolling with those type of entitlement mindsets. That is a problem also. We can't keep rolling with people that just want to make excuses for everything. Just want to make excuses for everything. Everything. Something we need to take a look at also in order to rebuild our communities, ladies and gentlemen. We really and truly need to chill out. That's why I named this live stream tonight Key to Solving Problems in our communities. A lot of people, they sit there and they talk about support. They don't know what it means to support. Let me drive backwards a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. If we stop accepting what is abnormal, it will be a grand beginning in sending a message that we will no longer allow anybody to run over our communities. And the next thing, ladies and gentlemen, we will see our communities start to flourish. It'll start to flourish, ladies and gentlemen. Sure will. Start to flourish. Forming the new strategies that can take us forward. But first, in the African American community, we need to come to grips that we have problems, that are solvable. These problems are solvable. Certainly solvable. Most definitely. Definitely solvable, ladies and gentlemen. When we went through all those problems back in the late 70s, 80s, 90s, we watched people pass. We watched good people fall by the wayside. We watched the nuclear family just fall apart. Next culprit, feminism. And we're going to talk about this after we go to a brief intermission. And we will be back from this brief intermission. We're going to go to intermission. And we're going to be back from this brief intermission from within 3 to 5 minutes. and we're going to talk about feminism when we come back. Feminism and how it helped ravage the black community. We're going to take a 5-minute recess, 3 to 5 minutes. We love you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in 3 to 5 minutes. Mhm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. All right, let's get back into it, ladies and gentlemen. We want to talk about feminism. And we're going to talk about feminism, how feminism was a problem. And there's a way to solve that problem also, too, with feminism. Feminism had a major role in the downfall of the African American community in the way it changed the nuclear family. We as people, we must not accept the failing ways of feminism. You know, you have a lot of ladies out here that is so self-entitled to where we have lost a lot of good men because of their fragile egos, self-centered ways, and most of all, their need to think that they have the right to gamble with another person's life by using men to go against other men. Ladies and gentlemen, feminism is a very, very dangerous and unwanted entity that needs to go bye-bye in order to rebuild our communities. And us as men, we have to take the lead. We have to take the lead in these things. That is the reason why, like I say, key to solving problems. And we are the key, gentlemen, to solving these problems. And ladies, I say to y'all, if you think that you don't have things to still learn from your men, well, I'm sorry to say, you are about to get left out of the next big thing, the next big migration, the next big solving of problems in our community, because I made that video. Men are good at solving problems. We have to start also, we have to be able to look at all of these problems that is going on in our communities, and we got to be able to work on more than one problem at a time. Let's work on many of them at any one time, and we have to stay on the lookout and on alert for new ones that's raring, that people want to pull on us, that's raring to come through. We have to look at that also. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We got to be able to do more than one thing at a time. I cannot go along. I cannot emphasize that enough. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there will be more upgrades. There are more upgrades that are coming to the Stephen Cartwright Show. And for the people that came through tonight to come through to see my show, I thank you for coming through. I really do appreciate you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because more content is going to come this way. More content, more better content. This platform is young, and this platform is growing. It's what it's all about. Take this platform, grow it, help the community out. This is something that is very, very heartfelt to me about bringing our communities back and helping other communities. But we have to help ourselves before we start helping other people. And, you know, if anyone hears something that they could take from this, take it with you. Take it with you. Take it with you, ladies and gentlemen. But we have to as people, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back off into it. We have to stop accepting the abnormal. And we have to start monitoring the information that our children consume. And us as men, I say to us as men, to solve a lot of these problems, we have to start doing what's in our best interest, including politically. Gentlemen. Including politically, gentlemen, in every way, because when we go our best interest, it's going to work out good for the whole community as a whole. It always has worked out that way. When we vote, it's more than vote. When we do what's in our best interest, it always works out better for everyone. We can never forget as men anymore that we are equalizers. We are equalizers, ladies and gentlemen. And men, don't forget that. You're important. You are so needed, regardless of what some of these hyenas say. Call you hyena. But we need the nuclear family to come first. This platform is about helping the community, helping the African American community and other communities, because we got to be able to help ourselves before we do anything for anybody else. Ladies and gentlemen, I am getting ready to bring this live stream to a close. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, before, to everyone that has came and looked at my live streams, there will be a live stream. Let me tell y'all now, there will be another live stream tomorrow night, 9 p.m. I was a little late tonight. I was busy working on the platform. So the platform is still growing, and there are more upgrades to come. It is something to build the studio and to want to bring top-notch, high-quality content to YouTube. And to all of my listeners and subscribers, we get 1,000 subscribers, we can open up a fully live chat room, but the chat room will be for members. We will open it up for everyone. Give everyone an opportunity to decide whether they want to join. But it's going to be somewhere, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to go and enjoy and pick up on valuable information that is going to be very invaluable, very valuable for our communities. So I ask everybody, like and subscribe. My goal is to have 1,000 subscribers by my birthday next month in March, the end of March. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like and subscribe button. Want to bring more content? Want to be able to have more things to be able to bring more content with? We love y'all, ladies and gentlemen. I love doing this. I just enjoy being able to come out on YouTube and share the knowledge, to be able to repair our communities, to be able to watch our children start to grow the way that God meant for them to grow. I have nothing against any other people, but I have something against someone that has a very negative agenda for our community. Ladies and gentlemen, we love y'all. This is the Stephen Cartwright Show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to come back and I want to reiterate again. I want to make this the best show on YouTube. The best show that ever came to this, that ever came to search to YouTube. The hardest working man in YouTube will be the Stephen Cartwright Show. And we're going to bring the best content. Ladies and gentlemen, we love y'all. Key to solving problems. Take a look at the video, listen, like, subscribe. We love y'all, and of course, peace out. Yes. Love you, ladies and gentlemen.